money. Homie making good, my money need a loan. I'm just getting money. I'm just getting money. Homie making good, my money need a loan. Money, homie making good, my money need a loan. I'm just getting money. I'm just getting money. Homie making good, my money need a loan. I'm just getting money. I'm just getting money. Homie making good, my money need a loan. I'm just getting money. I'm just getting money. Homie making good, my money need a loan.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? What's going on? Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. It's your boy, Coach Ricks, man, and you've been to Coach's Talk, where we discuss all things, man, OU related, college football related, all things in between. Before we get started, man, please hit that like button, hit that red subscribe button, man, ring the bell, man, so you won't miss any content that we got going forward. Uh, Before we get started, man, I want to wish everyone, man, a happy Easter, man. I think this is one of those most important days, man, that some people don't realize how important it is. They think of, oh, let's go eat Easter egg hunting. No, it's a little bit more important than that. Is when God and everything, man, died on, man, for us and everything, man. I think a lot of people just need to address what's really going on and who else to bring into the cabinet on the show to talk about this than none other than Bishop Frank, man. What's going on, big dog?
What's going on?
Man, trying to get this new mic working. I got this new mic now, man. It sounds a little bit better.
Yeah, crisp.
Yeah, well, I had to get another mic, man. I think that one was beat up and everything, man. So, how you doing, Miss Kimberly K? I hope you having a wonderful and blessed Sunday, man. Yes, happy Resurrection Sunday. Blessings, family.
Salute.
Hey, man. Before we get started, man, I want to do one thing, man. I never do this. I've been a fan, man, of this person, man, for so long, man. And even when I go back to just before I got started, I want to give a big salute, man, to Big Trap, man. I think he gave us a lot of love yesterday, man, when Jason and you and myself were talking about David Stone and situations like that, man. I think that when you be genuine and when you be honest and when you address the subject, man, and not care about the backlash and the backfall of what people are going to say, you tend to get to the truth. So I want to say, man, to Big Trap, man, I salute you, man. Thank you, man, for all the love and all the support, man, and all, the acknowledgement of the podcast that took place yesterday, man. So that big salute to you, man. All right. Now, get on to the most important thing and everything. Bishop, man, we was going to tackle some of these emails, man. I told myself, man, that we got to start putting a dent in these 400 emails, man. It's only getting crazier and crazier every day. And I never thought that it would get this big, to be honest, when me and you started doing this. So I was like, man, we got to go on every day to try to get some of this stuff, man, lashed out, man, because it's getting crazy. 400 emails, what I have right now to try to get rid of. So we're going to try to do like 10 today. Might jump on and do like 10 tomorrow, give a little assessment and try to knock these out. Because I want to show I appreciate them sending in emails. And there's been guys, man, like Jesse or Jimmy, they'll send me something, man, and I'll respond back to them. I just want to show them, man, that we appreciate all the love and everything, man. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Sooner Cowboy. Yeah, I just listened to the Big Trap. And Comanche says, "What's up, Coach Ricks? And salute Bishop Frank. God bless you. God bless y'all, Boomer."
Yeah, he is risen indeed. Salute, fam, and welcome.
Yeah. So,
any news?
Well, no, but that old saying, "No news is good news."
Good news.
Right, long way of hearing. He's taking visits here and there. I think right now, man, I don't want to call JJ, man, and try to find out what's going on. He's going through a lot right now with his rehab and things like that. So I think this is one of those days, man, we're going to have to wait, let due process, man, let these guys handle it out, man, because this is all love. This is not like a guy that really wants to leave, and he's not leaving because he's angry. He's leaving because there was a miscommunication, a misunderstanding. So, yes, OU battling Texas for the BYU wide receiver. I was checking that out earlier. I wanted to jot down a few things, man, to talk about the OU football team, man. But I was like, these emails, man, I got to start putting a dent in these emails because
we'll definitely get to the emails. I assure you, if you want to start off, how you want to go, you lead. I'll
No,
follow.
man, I'm just saying, man. I think we need to address some of the negativity, man. I keep saying that, man. The negativity is what keeps bothering me. What did Jesse said? What did do? Have we fully lost stone? No, we still have. There has been no. Everybody is still waiting to see how the meeting turned out. We know the meeting took place yesterday, so to do something of this magnitude, it's going to take more than 1 or 2 days, guys. If you guys are expecting 24-hour turnaround, it ain't going to happen like that because this is what happens. Over the weekend, man, not only that, it's a holiday weekend. You're not going to have nobody in the office. Everybody's out doing things with their family and friends. It's going to take probably around about Monday or Tuesday before anything to get done. That's just my opinion because people are spending time with their families. They got families from out of town. They're probably visiting, so it's going to get done soon. Trust me, they're going to get something done to get this rectified and everything. If not, you know, the ship goes on, or as they say, the show goes on. Man, we still have guys and everything, man, that we need to lean on, but we want him in a foxhole with us. We want him there because he's going to be a vital piece to what BV has going on right now. So I don't think we're going to lose him. I think that uh, Jim Nagy is going to have to say, "Hey, I made a mistake. We need to address this ASAP and get him back on where he needs to be." What you think?
What I think is truly, if I can help everybody understand Team 131 and Sooner Nation and the chat, the key is that everything happens for a reason. Maybe, just maybe, just to make sure we're on the right course, we need to make sure we communicate because a lot of times stuff are done before things really get set correctly. And when it's done that way, everybody's thrown off because there's extremities that's not included in the decision making that can really throw things off. And so, with that, we know what fire test does. It comes to test the character of a person and not the actual person. So, just understand, trust the process, and understand you know where your hearts lie, and you know where the nucleus of your fire is built. It's been built in a laboratory,
Yes.
and that's all I got to say.
No, 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 Bishop. You're always on point. I mean, the reason why this show is being so good and it's continuing to grow is that we just be honest. I don't want to try to be politically correct. I don't want to try to be a person that gives you false hope. I just want to let you know what we know and be as honest as we can be. I'm a coach, so I know how things work, but at some point everybody's different. There's different stages, there's different moods, there's different everything. Whenever you deal with money, and this is going to be the topic, and then I'm going to get off of it. Whenever you deal with money, you have to make sure that everything is documented, every I is dotted, every T is crossed. You have to make sure that you don't come to this again. As someone says, you need to have this come to Jesus moment and make sure that going forward, if we get more 5 stars or whatever, everything is documented, everything is up front. So we won't have this no more and everything. We ain't got to worry about a misunderstanding or I was promised one thing, but I didn't get that, or we were said we're going to do this, but you went left. We're supposed to go right. I think that everything's going to get rectified before this week's out. And then we're going to move on past this. So that's my
Facts.
little take on it. Kimberly K. Hey man, we gotta give it up to Kimberly K, man. She been coming up with some news and some things, man, that is on point. And I like to salute her, man, for all the due diligence that she does, man. When she gives me some pointers, gives me some news that I haven't heard. Her, Jimmy, Comanche, all these guys, man, they really love the OU program, man. So they're doing their homework as well, just like we are.
Absolutely. And their family. And if I could share anything with Team 130 and the Sooner Nation, we're family. There's times that we step on each other's toes, but bottom line, the ultimate is we want to make sure we build together and we build from a nucleus that is championship destiny and character. And with that, there's times that there's going to be testing, but understand we need to trust the process and allow the individuals in the test to have their moment.
Yes, yes, exactly. And we were talking about that just last night. We were talking about that last night, man. Is that a lot of us and everything, man, get our feelings involved with decision making, and we got to stop doing that. I was on email all last night, man, putting out fire tests, if you want to call it. People are so negative, and they're buying into all this negativity, and I'm like, I don't understand why adults are getting mad at a 18 and 19-year-old kid making a decision that he or she feels is best for them. But then you want to get mad at them because it's not a decision that you think that they should make. And I don't get that and everything. So I always tell my girls and everything, man, a decision that you make is a decision that you make. If you make that decision, be willing to accept all the things that go along with that. And that's good or bad. But that only makes you human when you make those mistakes and then you learn from those mistakes and everything. I always tell my girls, get counseling, call me and your mom, talk to your surrounding, talk to your friends. There's people that know my daughter more than I do at school because she will confide in them a little bit more than us. Because kids do not want their mom and dad knowing what's really going on. But surround yourself with people that have your best interest at heart. That's all I ask and everything. And if you can live with the consequences after you make a decision, hey, it is what it is.
I agree.
Jimmy says, facts, Coach Ricks and Bishop. Did David Stone lie when he said NIL not a factor? No, I don't think he lied. Look, I think that he didn't want everybody to really know what's going on. I really believe that he tried to handle this. Look, kids are not going to handle things the way adults handle things. That's one thing. He probably went to Coach Bates and tried to handle this, but there's proper channels that you got to go through now since there's a GM involved. You can't just go to a coach and then they go to someone who's over the board of regions or whoever that gets the money approved. Now you got to go to Jim Nagy. He's going to be the one and everything. So there's a process. So I think that he didn't know the process and things have changed since the GM got hired. So let's just be patient. Let's just pray. I mean, I'm always praying about things, man. It might seem selfless, might seem senseless, but I don't want the young man to leave. I think the young man will be a great addition to a team. I think that a misunderstanding took place and it's getting corrected. That's all I would like to think about it.
I agree. I totally agree. And all I would say is this: let's be patient with the process. But I will say this: maybe this will help us to understand. Team 131, you have to be willing to speak up. If
Oh yeah,
something is gonna come up that goes contradictory to what's been contracted, make sure you speak up so it can be addressed.
exactly.
Otherwise, hey, stay on your grind, stay in the laboratory, and keep spitting fire. We're with you.
Yes. All right. Let me try. Oh, there go Mr. Cool Man. The one and only Mike Legend. What's going on, big dog? Is he in yet? What's going on, young man?
What's going on, Coach? What's going on, Bish?
It's
Oh
you, it's
yeah.
you.
Man, we sitting up here, man, trying to get ready to tackle some of these emails, man, and addressing some of the negativity, man, around this David Stone situation. So other
Can
than that,
can
man,
I can I
yes.
give a little? The reason I'm late coming in because I put a lot of thought into this
Okay.
about what I'm going to say, and I wanted to say it to where it wasn't offensive. But me as a fan,
Okay.
lifelong OU fan about this David Stone deal. Now here's what I thought in my thoughts. One, what could I do to change the situation? Nothing, because I'm not a part of the program. I'm not involved with the players. I'm just a lifelong OU fan. So I can't change the situation. Now,
Okay.
can we be mad at the situation? Yes, we can as fans. But I'm at the age now where this is not worth me getting my blood pressure up because we lose a talent like David Stone. And one thing that led me to believe this and 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 reflect on this was the situation with Caden Green last year. So I'm not going to get upset anymore. Am I embracing the new territory of college football? No, I'm not. But I'm not a member of the SEC. I'm in no way, shape, form, or fancy involved with the program other than being a fan and a podcaster of the fan. So, uh, at the end of the day, Coach Bish, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm just going to have me as a fan. I'm moving on from it. I'm going to say, hey, good luck to you wherever you end up. Sorry things didn't work out here at OU, but you go be you, go play to your potential, and let the chips fall where they may.
I respect that. I
Respect.
respect that. He's not gone yet. He's not gone yet. Uh, but I respect that, and I think a lot of people, man, need to address their feelings in that, because I think a lot of us tend to read something and then we jump to a reaction instead of, my grandmother used to always tell me, be safe, be still. Don't just jump to a conclusion and everything, because sometimes and everything, a person might make a mistake, might have
Mm-hmm.
typed something wrong, hit send,
Yeah.
and then before they can respond and say, hey, I made a mistake, you're already backlashing and sending an ugly email to them because you took it personal or took it a certain way. So I'm always telling people, and this is just me, man, I try to be the coolest person and calmest person, because I don't like stress bother me.
Mm-mm.
I've had a lot of bad problems with, heart conditions and everything when I was coaching and stressing out. I don't let things stress me out no more, because that old saying, if it doesn't bother me and hurt me and hinder me, why would I allow it to make me feel a certain way to where I can't conduct myself like I'm supposed to conduct myself? I'm just
And
going to be like, go ahead.
Bishop will be the first to tell you I'm the king of knee-jerk reactions.
Stop telling the secrets. What you doing?
Hey, hold on. I want to address this with Thunder's OU. Would OU have a reputation now with 5-star recruits with NIL since they cut Davidson pay? This is the whole thing. The only reason why this is a real big issue, because this is an Oklahoma podcast and it's about Oklahoma. I'm pretty sure it's going on in Michigan. I'm pretty sure it's going on in Ohio State. I'm pretty sure it's going on everywhere. It's just that it's not reaching us because it's not being notarized on. I don't have no affiliation with no other podcast other than Oklahoma. I don't care about Texas. I don't care about Florida. I don't care about Alabama. Now, I have friends that have podcasts that I get along with that have those podcasts. But the only reason why this is making so much reaction and it's gaining so much momentum, he's a 5-star that everybody wanted.
Mm-hmm.
He's unhappy with the money that is supposedly being taken from him, and he hasn't been able to produce like everybody thought he would. So it's gaining. So now that he's jumping out of the window, oh my God, we're losing a 5-star. Okay, we're losing a 5-star. He's not gone yet, but I'm just saying, if we do lose a 5-star, he won't be able to play in the SEC. So we won't see him or play against him unless it's in a bowl game or listen to the CFP playoffs. I just don't want to think that far ahead, because I feel like let's put the brakes on, because here we are talking about this and where he might go and where he might end up. And then next week, Oklahoma retains David Stone. And then everything that we done put out, we got to retract.
Yeah,
I don't want to retract anything. That's why I'm not saying anything.
that's right.
So, and then yes, John Russell. How many 5-stars has Texas A&M lost within the last 3 years? I
Ooh,
know for a fact 8.
John, spit that
8 of them.
fire.
I know for a fact 8. So we can't just keep bashing this and bashing this and bashing this and everything. And We're adding one more to the addition and everything, man. The one and only man, Mr. Big Mike Bogenowski, man. How you doing, big brother? How's everything going?
What's up, fam? How we doing? How we doing?
We're living
Sir,
life
Down here,
just like you.
I don't recognize this other gentleman. Introduce me down here at the bottom right here.
this is Mike, the cool cat legend.
Oh, legend! What's up, man? Damn, I didn't even recognize you, homie.
Hey, he done got a clean
Bro, you
cut.
looking brand new.
Hey, let me
Looking
tell you,
brand new.
It's that
let
new
me tell
money.
you something. Oh man, legend is living life again, man. I am enjoying life. I am back in my game with the music scene, and man, it's all good, man. I'm living my best life right now.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That is what's up.
Hey, Sooner
Good.
Cowboy.
That is what's up, man. Hey, happy Easter to y'all, man. I hope y'all had a great day and enjoy some quality
Absolutely.
family time and got right with the Lord.
Hey, let me
And
tell y'all something. Thank God y'all ain't gonna be in this house tonight because I ate 12 deviled eggs.
Ooh, boy. Boy,
boy,
oh
boy,
boy.
hey,
Boy,
to help you
you had
out.
to share, huh?
Hold
You
on,
had to
hold
share
on,
your
hold on,
secret,
hold
huh?
on. To help you out and have better access, do not have no drawers on.
Hey, hey,
just, just, just.
before you know it, Mike gonna have the blurry screen back there. He's gonna be doing the podcast from the shitter.
He gonna, yeah, had that butt cream.
Yeah,
The monkey butt, that monkey
Hey
butt
man,
powder
look.
you see in the
spraying something
stores.
in there like spraying. You can see him spraying.
Hey, hey, Big Mike. Since you in here, man, I want to ask you something, man. Like I said, and I know there ain't too much that you can talk about this that you might not know. What is your take on this Davy Stone thing, man? And like I said, if it's something that you don't want to say, don't say it. But I just want to get your opinion on this and everything because I think that it's a misunderstanding that it might get rectified and then we're going to be back on to David Stone being back at Oklahoma. But there's some that think that he's gone.
Yeah, I mean, I, you know what, man? Like, I have, dude. I just got off the phone talking about this too, right?
Oh, my bad.
With another dad, right? But
Yeah.
it's super unfortunate, dude. I don't. You don't want to see these types of situations, right? Like these are the types of stuff that you don't want to see.
Yeah.
And I understand, and this is all speculation, right? Because like to
Yeah.
be honest with you, who knows what really happened, right?
Exactly.
There's always three sides, right? Three
Yep.
sides
Right,
to the
right, right,
story.
right.
Yep.
And you know, the way I've always thought and operated like in this NIL space is that, I had this conversation with my son. I've had this conversation with other people too. Like, you're getting paid probably more than you're worth coming realistically in from thought from the thought of me, right? From Mr. Boganowski, like you're probably getting paid too much for somebody that has not played it down in college football.
You're getting paid on speculation of what you could be.
See what I'm saying? So realistically, your second year, you should probably take a pay cut. You're probably going to get paid less money. And I had this conversation with my son. I'm like, just expect it, right? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I just don't understand how you can pay everybody, right? So like you set the bar here as all these incoming freshmen coming in, right? So
Yep.
each class behind that, you're just continually, and your
Growing up.
salary cap
Growing up.
just keeps
Yep.
getting bigger.
Yep.
And I don't know how it's sustainable, right? But I also feel like it's kind of a bad look in regards to these 5 stars, right? Like now you're kind of putting it out there that you come here, you're
You're
gonna
not
get
going to
some money.
play.
The next year you ain't getting that same money.
Yeah. Do you?
And it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's just I don't know, man. I'm super torn up about it. I don't like it. You know, I don't like the situation, and I don't, man. It's all bad, man. It's all bad. I hope they, I hope they work something out. I hope we can get him back because everything that I've seen and heard about it. I mean, he said it himself, man. He's Crimson and Cream through and through, right?
Yeah.
Just the other day, and he wants to
Yeah.
play for Oklahoma, and he's the hometown kid, and it's just kind of all bad, man. And I hate it. And man, I was about three claws deep Friday night when I saw that tweet,
Oh
man. And
shit, dude. I
you
think
know
we
what I'm
all
saying?
were.
About three white claws deep, and I was like, damn. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
making sure it's not a burner. Make sure it's
Yeah.
not no three. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Instead of on three, like. But
Yep.
yeah, man, it's all bad, man, and I just wish. I hope the situation gets fixed and he comes back. If not, I hope he lands in a good spot and gets his stuff together and succeeds and has a good career. I mean, I don't. Well, it's not like Stoney's a bad kid, right? It's not like
No.
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
has ill intent. He's just out there trying to get the most bag each year. Like I don't think
Yeah.
that's the case. And he seems like he was doing everything that they asked of him, and it's just the financial aspect got away from him,
Yeah.
I I
and
I
you
was
hate to see it.
we was talking about this last night, me, Jason, and Bishop was. And then Big Trap had made a statement that I think that should have been addressed is that even though you come in after, if you Jim Nag and you come in after, to try to go back and retract contracts before you got there, that's a hard pill to swallow and everything. I can
See,
see
and
sitting.
so
Go ahead.
you're right. I've heard that, but see, to my understanding, and I could be wrong, but the new contract was done before Nagy was hired.
That's what I heard the
Correct.
same thing. I heard the same thing. I'm making this statement of
Oh,
hearsay
okay.
of saying of hearsay of saying if you come in now, from the day you come in, let's say it's April the 14th. From April the 14th on, this is the precedence of how it's going to go. Before April 14th, anything that was before that, I'm going to godfather it in to where we're going to honor that until we do some more evaluations down the road. I just think that some miscommunication was outlined somewhere
Right.
and
Mhm.
something was said because we all can take information the wrong way.
Yeah.
And the way you say it, they always say, well, man, you said it like this. Well, I didn't mean to say it like this because I meant this. We can take it a certain way and turn it into a whole different damn thing. I just don't have the heart, man, to say that he's gone because I know how much he loves Oklahoma. It's gonna
Yeah.
take some. It's gonna take for them to do more than just take some money from him for this kid to go.
Hmm.
And
Because
if I might share, we all been 18, 19, and such a decision that you're trying to handle it all yourself, but the prevailing situation is way above your pay grade, if I so to speak. And oftentimes we're supposed to rely on our circle, but oftentimes we try as men having emotions, we go into our cave and we're trying to handle it ourselves. And this is a good chance for us as a nation to mentor a young man to understand we all misstep, but anything worth having, you got to be willing to negotiate and see exactly what's going on and see how we can move forward as one.
I'm gonna give you guys some good news. Okay, some good
Lay it
news.
on us.
No, it's just nothing real like about Oklahoma. I checked with my brother-in-law and everything who's at Clemson. I was like, hey man, just a PR. are y'all going through anything similar to this shit that Oklahoma's going through? He said, buddy,
Yeah.
that's some shit that everybody's going through. They just ain't telling you. He said, everybody's going through this shit. You got to get down to 105. And sometimes you're going to have to let kids go that you don't want to let go. But then there's other kids that you have to keep and that you want to keep. And he was like, now this ain't got nothing to do with 105 with David Stone. This ain't got nothing to do with that about the count. It's just that Clemson's going through it right now. We're just not hearing about it because we don't have a Clemson podcast. We're not talking about it. But it's going on everywhere, guys. It's going on everywhere where people that have these new GMs, they are retracting this money and trying to make it to where it's controllable. That's all it is. And no one wants to accept change. No one wants to sit there and say, hey, I was making this last year, but now you want me to make this. You're gonna have to, that old saying, you're gonna have to make less in order for the program to bring in more guys so you can be better, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
You can't, like Mike said, you can't pay everybody $1 million, $2 million. You'll go broke.
Right.
You'll go broke, and then you can't add additions to your team because you gave 5 or 6 kids all your NIL money. And now you got 5 or 6 kids that's making 2 and 3 million, and then the other guys down here that's been here for 2 years, they're making 50 and 60,000. How fair is that? And they've given so much more. So you have to set a precedence that where this is how we're going to evaluate from now on.
Yep.
The one thing I would add is that being a life coach as I am and helping people with this stuff, they might want to look into Nagy, and they are probably looking into having a tier system. So if it's a 5-star this, or if it's a certain play, I don't want to say just 5-star. If it's a certain player that when they came in, the importance of them coming in was on this level, let it be this tier percentage, and vice versa. Because I think a lot of times the original tier might have been half or whatever the number is. I don't know the specifics, but using as an example, if it's half, I have built a life on the full. So when you cut it in half, there's some extremity decisions that were made that could be hampered by it. So that's why I say, and understand, being young, sometimes we just try to shoulder itself until it's no more to be shouldered, and then we, hey, we need help. And that's where he's at this moment. And I trust the process, and I know Nagy's the right person, because it's going to prove that the reason we went out and got him is what we need him for right now.
Yeah.
Well,
Well said, Bishop.
It's going to get solved here. It's going to get solved. And I
Mhm.
think a lot of us and everything, man, is just going to have to accept the fact that that's the way it's going to be. It's just going to be this way going forward. And I think a lot of us are not wanting to accept change, but it's going to have to happen. And I think that if we would have came in from day one, if the NCAA from day one had the ground rules or had a guideline of how it's going to go coming in, we wouldn't have this problem. But to come out and start with the Wild Wild West, and whoever has the most money gets the best player, that's what started all this shit. Because now, for instance, how can Michigan justify giving a kid $12 million as a freshman? How can you justify that? How can you justify Tennessee paying a player in high school to come there? You can't justify that. How can you justify all the shit that was going on in Miami and everywhere else? So it's just whoever had the biggest bag back then got away with it. Now everything's starting to change, starting to be guardrails, starting to be guidelines, starting to be stipulations, starting to be contracts, evaluating who gets what. No one likes that. So that's all it is, man. But that's the way the NFL is. So if we're going to the NFL, that's the way they do it. They don't just give you free money. They evaluate you very well to see what you are worth. So they don't give a damn about you being a 5-star.
Yep.
You come in there with no stars, and then they evaluate you, because I know some 5 stars that was in college that are on some practice teams right now in the NFL. They ain't playing. They're on the
Well,
practice squad.
well, I've always kind of like wondered about this. Like, how long do you keep your high school rating, right? Like, how long
Exactly.
do you continue to live off what you were coming out of high school? And how long do you continue to get paid that? You know what I mean? Like, it's I don't know, man. It's crazy to me, man. Like, it's almost like a kid, that was good in high school, like coming back and living off his, being back at the high school and hanging out and living off what he did in high school still. Like, at some point, man, you got to just kind of like move on. You know what I mean? And try to get better or do, I don't know. It's just like hanging on, man, hanging on, hanging on.
Yeah. And John Russell, I mean, I understand this. It's just like corporations, coach. Some people may have to accept the pay cuts or find another job. But this is not a corporation and everything, man. This is a kid and everything, man, that's pretty much given and done everything that you've asked him to do. And a pay cut allegedly was done. And now he has to accept the fact and everything that I did everything that I was supposed to do, but I got a pay cut and everything because of what? That's all that I had to say. I mean, I don't really want to harp on it, man, because like I said, he ain't gone yet, and I just still believe that he's going to be here. I think, excuse me, a misunderstanding took place. It's going to get rectified. That's all I can hope for.
Yeah.
So
You hope so, man. Like, he's got a lot of talent and he could be, he could be a hell of a player for us, man. He could be a hometown legend, you know, growing
yeah,
up and playing for the school and just being a similar to what Gerald McCoy was, man.
I think that's why everybody's so upset, is that the resemblance of who he could be, and how power and how great he can be once he excels, once he gets better at what he's doing right now. I think that's what everybody is trying to make it a big deal, is because, oh, he's a 5 star. Well, if he was a 3 star, we wouldn't be having this problem. If he was a 3 star and nobody hardly wanted him, we wouldn't be having this problem. No one will make it a real big deal. Do you guys believe that, or do you think it's because he's a 5 star?
I, for me, it's because he was sooner born. He was born in Oklahoma, and he went up through the ranks, always believing and looking for the day that he could don the crimson and white and crimson and cream. So with that, it hits a little different, especially being homegrown. But understand, it needed to happen, because going forward, we don't want this to happen to anybody like a Fasusi or a Foje, where they might not play as much in this year, but when they do play, they do the best they can. But this is a new level from where they were in high school, and we have to take that. And what I would like for the staff to take that into existence and to judge accordingly and come up with a tier system, so that way it's still fair enough to, okay, and explain it to them so that they know going forward, this is how it works. Because you get used to this, when you go to the pros, it becomes second nature and nothing shocks you and you're prepared.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
I agree with Bishop. The biggest thing for me is he's an Oklahoma kid. He grew up watching Oklahoma, loving Oklahoma. He's sooner born, sooner bred, and he'll die sooner dead. So that's the biggest thing with me. So
You muted. You muted.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Everybody on the social media boards have him coming back. They're all saying all the great things, nice things. So everyone still thinks he's coming back. The good thing is he hasn't mentioned that he's going anywhere. There isn't no one else saying that he's going to go visit here or visit there. I really believe that he's going to try to do whatever it takes for him to stay. I believe that Bates and BV love this kid so much, they're going to do whatever it takes, even if they got to go to Nagy and tell him, find this kid more money. Let's get some more incentives. Let's do something. I mean, but you got to be careful doing that, don't you, Big Mike? Because then if you do that, anybody can say, "Well, I'm leaving,"
I mean,
and then you got to try to find money for that kid.
What if, I mean, like this is what I've been talking about, like the dynamic between the head coach and the GM. Like BV says, "Hey, find this kid some more money." Nagy says no. Right?
Yeah.
Who is who's the final decision maker?
Who's the final say? I would think that would be it. It would have to be the AD. It would have to be Joe Castiglione. It had to be Joe. Josie would have to step in and be the one. That's the way. I mean, because I know for a fact that the GM is not over the AD.
Yeah, right.
Because the AD is over all sports programs, and Nagy is just over the GM for the football. Look, man, when you asked that question a few months ago, a few weeks ago, I was like, damn, that's a good question, my guy, because we don't know who's in line, who's where, who's A, B, and C. We just have just everybody there. So we don't know if BB wants something and Jim Nagy is against it, or Joe C wants something. Who's the person that can really?
I've heard them talk. They mentioned this before too. Like in like recruiting evaluations, right? Like say BB really likes a guy and Nagy really likes a guy, and they can't come. They can't come to an agreement. They'll try to find somebody else because there's plenty of other people out there, and find somebody that they can agree on. You know what I mean? But like that, I'm just super intrigued by that dynamic of the GM and the head coach. It's just something.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just something I got to think about, man, and I can't stop thinking about it, man. Just like the Nico thing, like when that stuff happened, like I just could not. Like it was just so fascinating to me that this is the first time something like that's happened, and Tennessee said, "See you later," and I don't know, man. The whole thing is just crazy. I just saw down here that it's official that he is transferring to UCLA because they kind of reported on it, but you hadn't seen anything official. But
it's on his IG. It's on Nico's IG right now.
Yep, sound like it's official.
Say what?
It's on Nico's IG, Instagram.
Yeah.
He has a UCLA jersey on, so it's official on his end.
Yeah, man, that's just a bad. I don't know, man. That's another bad situation, man. There's like three. You know what I mean? You had the Nico thing, you had the unfortunate Kyron Lacey thing, and then the David Stoney thing, man. It's just a bad right now, man. The NCAA and college football need some wins. You know what I mean? Because it's
you know what? They're not going to try to fix shit. NCAA is not going to try to fix shit. They're so scared right now. They got so many losses in court. They're not going to touch anything right now. Sure. So they're just hoping that things just pan out so they don't have to get involved. And that's very unfortunate, man, because that's just like coming into my household and I got guests and I can't tell them anything, but it's my house. I'll be damn. Yeah. But that's just the way it is. And then the NCAA is so terrified of getting sued and looking like the bad guy, but you started all this shit.
No doubt. Mm-hmm.
I'm all for. Look, they would have came out and said every kid will get a $1,500. Hold on. Every kid is going to get a $1,500 stipend to help you with whatever. Oh, why can't it be 3,000? Okay, I'm gonna give you 3,000. Oh, why can't it be 5,000? So no matter what precedence or what dollar amount you go to, there's always going to be that one person that it should be more, because these companies and these universities are making billions off these kids. I'm
Yeah.
just let's just find a number and stick with it, because we all know that the kicker isn't as important as the quarterback. The right guard isn't as important as the left guard, depending on if you're a left hand quarterback. They always say the left tackle is the most highest paid offensive lineman because
Yeah.
he protects the backside. But
Right.
what if you got a left hand quarterback? Does the right tackle become the most important guy? So it's a lot of stipulations, man, that we need to set in precedence and say, hey, look, this is what it's going to be going forward. And NCAA needs to do this shit. Doesn't need to be GMs at schools. It needs to be NCAA say, look, going forward, this is the stipend for a 5-star, for a 4-star, for a 3-star, and a PWO, all that shit. It needs to be outlined. Then you won't have these problems.
Yeah, but coach, that should have been done from the outset, way back in the day, until until their hand was forced. Then they just say, "Well, I'm angry with y'all, so here, let's take this little vague thing, and you just have your way at it." If they would have took the initiative and owned it and made it something, it could have been really something special, because I'm pretty sure they would have came up with tiers like we're all talking about, and making sure that each is defined, because once it's defined, you let's say instead of just having that one set thing, there's ranges to where we can put conditions in there that as you meet certain goals, you could earn extra. But understand, you have to meet the criteria in order to do so. But we're going to have a base. And then, just like the NFL, they have a base and then they have certain deals. And then a lot of it is front loaded, because they front load it so that way it doesn't hit them on the back end when comes time to renegotiate or have to make a decision to trade for the business.
Hey, so
Man, hey,
you go ahead.
did I say something? Like, what? Why am I getting TP, man? Why I got all caps, homie? Like, dang, what I say?
What'd you
Like,
say?
what did
What's
I
going
say?
on?
You see that one at 616? Like, I didn't shit. I'm pro player, bro. Pay these kids money. I never said anything about like not kids. It's not time for the kids to get paid. Shit,
Yeah,
I
he
was
never said
one of
that.
them. Hey, listen, I was one of them college kids that got the NCAA made a lot of money off of, and I didn't earn nothing. Right? That was me back in the late '90s. So
Yep.
hey, your boy's all about these players getting paid. Like I ain't trying to pocket check nobody. I don't know what I said that would
I'm trying to
warrant.
find
I
out
don't know.
where is it at.
We're good. We're good.
Right there, 616.
All right, so it's 7:16 my time. All right, so let me try to
Yeah,
find it.
my bad. Yep.
Oh, no, you
No,
good,
no,
you good,
you
you good.
good. You good. Hey, represent, spit your
Here it is,
fire.
right here. Okay, here it is. I mean, okay, TP, but this is what we're saying. Nobody on this panel is talking about not paying kids money. Nobody, because if you play college, which most of us have on this panel, we've gotten those envelopes under the door. We've got to our rooms and there's money up under our pillow, or we've done some things and somebody come up to me and give me a handshake and there's an envelope in there with a couple hundred. We've all been there and done that. That's not what we're talking about now. We're talking about money that's billions have been made. Okay, billions have been made since, let's just use 2000. Since 2000, 25 years. Can you imagine how many billions that they've made since then? And we're just now starting to pay kids 2 or 3 years ago. So they are already in the damn plus big time. So what's a couple 100,000 to a kid, or 85,000 or 200 some thousand? It's nothing to them. We're just saying there needs to be an outline, a guideline on how you divvy out this money. That's all that we're saying.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll ever the NCAA, like they don't have that in them to do that. But like I, it's all about market, right? Like I kind of agree. Like you got to be for kids. Like there's probably nobody in college football right now that should make more money than the Smith kid receiver at Ohio State, right? So like I can't imagine him getting paid the same amount as some a 5-star going to like a different school. Like that dude probably should be the highest paid like kid in college football. He's that good, right? But I mean, I somewhat disagree with what you're saying, TP, right here at the end. Like it's about the kids getting as much money as they can for themselves and their family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I fundamentally I kind of have an issue with that, and for the family. Like listen, man, it's just I don't want to like I
I
don't want to
know.
say too much, but like man, sometimes it'd be the worst ones, bro.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Sometimes they'd be the worst ones.
Facts. Facts.
Let me just say it like this, Big Mike. Let me try to help you out. I can probably help you out of this. Let me just use my daughter for instance. All right. There were 3 players left to get a scholarship and everything in NC State. Okay. Alicia could pitch, play shortstop. She could catch. She could play second. She could play first, left field, and center field. She played all that in travel ball. So when we went to negotiating, I told them, look, she's not a one-trick pony. She don't just play left field. She don't just play center field. She don't just pitch. She don't just play shortstop. She don't just play third. She plays all of them very well. But so you're going to have to compensate her for all of that, because she's not just coming in to do one thing. She's coming in doing multiple things. So now you don't have to go look for a girl that's played left field. You can plug her in there. You ain't got to go look for a girl play center. So they gave this girl that's only a shortstop. That's the only thing she played, shortstop. Shortstop in softball is the next best thing to a pitcher. Okay. They gave her $80,000 and everything to come play there. And that's all she did was shortstop. Okay. Fast forward. Alicia gets a little bit way more than that, because she pitches, she catches, left, wherever you want to put her. She can slap bunt left or right. We've taught her everything to where I want you to be a valuable asset to them. No matter what they want, you can do it. What I mean to say this about this is this. A lot of the guys coming in right now, they only know one thing. And like you said earlier, Big Mike, they're going off high school talent. She did this in high school. She was the #1 player in high school. Okay, well, we all know high school and college are 2 different damn things.
Yep.
The best of the best will be in college. Okay, that girl they gave $80,000 to for shortstop. You know how many games she played? 4. 4. So now you're paying her to set her ass on the bench because she's a one-trick pony. That's all she know how to do. So if she's not good at shortstop, you got to bench her because you can't put her nowhere else. So I agree with you, man. I agree with you. Is that the money? Damn it, I want to say it, but I can't. I know what you say, Mike, because I want to say it because a parent has. I want to say it, but I can't.
Can I say it?
Like here's my thing too, right? Like every player, like their family and their financial background and where they're coming from is different, right? So
yes,
you can't really just pigeonhole. You can't just pigeonhole every player into the exact same thing, right? Like,
thank you, Mike. There it is.
Like, and different parents have different mentalities, right? And I can't speak to every parent, but my son ain't buying me shit. He ain't paying shit for me, right? Like that's just how I am. You know what I mean? Like now, if he wants to get me a gift or something, like it's cool, but I'll be damned.
We said that last night. Thank you, Big Mike.
If it's like my birthday or Christmas or something, like, but he better not do no dumb shit. Like he can get me, like a fresh pair of Jordans or something like that. But like, nah, keep it reasonable, homie. Like I don't need all that. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm just not.
You're the first parent. You are the first legitimate parent to say that. See, some parents ain't gonna say that.
There's a whole bunch of us out there. Maybe they might not just say it on a live stream or whatever, but I
tell my kids, it's not your job to take care of me. It's my job to take care of you.
Yeah, for sure.
No matter how much money, look, no matter where my girls stay, how much money they make, for some damn reason, I'm always paying the damn bill when we go out to eat. because they my kids. I don't look for my kids to be like, well, no, she got her own money, she gonna pay for her own. No, it don't work that. You are my child. I'm gonna always take care of you. Always. And I'm like you, if you want to buy me something, man, it better be some shit, man, to where it ain't, because I don't need for you to buy me something, man, that I don't need.
Yeah.
Don't be buying me no damn truck. Because I mean, I don't need shit like that, man. I just want you to make good grades, make good decisions,
Mhm.
and get me a degree. That's what I want.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
And
love that you
like
said
I
that
get
shit,
it.
man.
Yeah, like I get it, Dwayne. I get it, man. But you know what I mean? Like he tried to get the bag, you know what I mean? He get the bag for himself and his family, but like some people like you gotta look long run, man. You gotta get that long bag, right? You gotta get that big bag because you know that money right now that you're getting right now is okay, right? But that league money, right? That league money that he might have tricked off because if he stayed right here in Norman with the guy as his offensive line coach, Bill Bedenbow,
Hmm.
like that first round, second round money goes a little bit longer than the little bit of money he got at Mizzou. That's all I'm gonna
Facts.
say, man. And I try to keep that. I try to keep that at the forefront, man. Like I try not to be nearsighted. You know what I mean? When I talk to my son about these types of things, man, and we've been on that type of time ever since the recruiting in high school started. Like that's what we've always talked about. Like where can we go and where can we go to get you developed and get there, man? Like because like I said, man, like we never really talked about NIL, man, in the recruitment. We were just trying to find a place that was right for
Yeah.
him to be developed in a school that I want, that I have faith and trust in that they will continue to develop him as he grows up.
Mike, since you said that, how can I put this? Some schools come at you with the money first, which is kind of shocked me because I was like, pretty much like you. I want you to find a place and everything, man, where you'll fit in. But they came at us with money first, which kind of threw me off because I was like, I wasn't used to that because it's
Mm,
not about the money for me.
yeah, that's TP, man. Like all I need from my son is to thank you. That's all I need. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Dad. I appreciate everything that you've done for me. That's all I need, bro. That's all I need. I don't need a new house.
But
You
see,
know what I'm saying? I
this is
don't.
what so many of the parents, we're hearing so many of the negative stories, Big Mike, that the good parents,
Yeah.
man, that are like me and you, that are saying, hey, I don't need you to buy me anything. We keep hearing so much of the negative about his dad making phone calls, trying to get more money, or this, or his the dad did. I mean, it's just so much of that makes it out to be that all parents are that way, and it's not the case. I I don't I don't want anything for my kids.
Yeah.
Anything. I really don't. Me and my wife have been blessed. I don't need anything because I want to take care of my child. I don't want my child taking care of me. And with some of these parents, man, quitting their damn jobs, moving down to where the kid is, now the kid has to be take care of mom and dad. And it goes from school and production and football to I gotta make sure my mom and dad I gotta make sure my mom and dad taken care of before and that's so sad, man, because that shit happens everywhere.
Happens more than you know, man.
I
More than you
Mike,
know.
I see it
Facts.
right now. It's down here where I'm at with I got players that be like, I gotta tell my mom and dad no. They're, mom and dad have access to the account. Ain't no damn way in hell I'm gonna have access to my kid's account.
Yep.
That's not
Yep.
what it's there for. Now I get a statement. I get a statement of what they buying and shit. But other than that, I don't care. I mean, long cause if you go broke, you gonna go broke. That's you. I won't go broke. I just
Yep.
want you to be sensible about using your money, man. And I think a lot of us in this podcast, man, on the comments, they look at what they read and think the first thing negative. Oh, he's leaving because he want more money. No, that ain't even the case. Stop putting pressure on these damn kids, man. They are kids. They're not fucking adults. They are kids.
Oh
But
yeah.
adults are acting like the damn kids.
Yep. It's all the game's all jacked up right now, man. You know what I mean?
Parent calling me talking about, hey, he needs more money. You calling the wrong damn person. I ain't no damn bank. I don't know nobody that know nobody. Well, coach, you know who we. Nope, I'm not getting involved in that shit no more. Coach,
Yeah.
we just need for you to call and set up a meeting. Nope, I'm not even doing that. You on your own. I've been down that damn road before. I'm not going down no more, man. That if you are in it for the money only for your kid, man, you're pimping your kid out to be used and abused, man. Because when they find out that your child is only about money, what's more important, the bag or your name? Because once they find out that you're all about the money, a lot of teams are going to get turned off.
Yep.
A lot of NFL teams don't want to be bothered with you because you become a liability versus an asset. So this is what I'm
Hey,
saying.
Coach.
That money, yes, sir.
I'm
Yes,
going
sir.
to have to blaze out of here.
Hey, don't be
Thanks for
dancing too much,
having me
man.
on.
Don't be going out
Oh,
there
I
doing anything
won't.
crazy.
Big Mike, good seeing you, brother.
My guy, what's up with your account, bro? We back? What's up? What's the status?
Yeah, what's good?
Still waiting to hear from them, brother. You and Bishop will be the first to know when I get anchored back.
All right.
All right, man. You
So,
stay safe, man.
yeah, thanks for having me on, Coach. Bishop,
No
always
problem.
good seeing you. Mike,
Salute.
love you, fam. Boomer
Salute.
Sooner, orange down.
All right, but
Boomer.
Easily.
well, it.
John Russell's a fool. Hey, them double A's caught up to him.
Boy, you crazy, man. That's
Oh,
crazy.
that's crazy. Michael's on a
No,
suicide mission, bro. He was
no.
just trying to shit his pants.
Hey, John, man, that's one thing that me and Big Mike know about is that there are parents out there, man, that are deliberately using their kids to get what they want, not what the kid wants, what they want.
Unfortunately.
And that's very unfortunate, man. And that's why a lot of this, man, it sends a wrong message to not only coaches, universities, and everybody else, man, is that let's take money out of it. Remember when it used to be student, athlete? I had a question that we're going to get to, and I want to ask you guys this question that was asked to me. It was asked to me, hey, Coach Rick, my name is John Morris. I'm from South Carolina, and I got a question from you. My son is a biochemist who has won 3 awards for the university that he pertains. He has yet to receive any type of NIL for all the awards that he has won for the university. Why is NIL only for sports athletes?
It's a good question. That was a great question.
That is an excellent question.
hey, I mean, if we're name, image, and likeness, he's won 3 biochemist awards for the university that he goes to, but he doesn't get no money.
He need to market himself on Snapchat or TikTok or something like that and try to get something with the.
Does he need an agent?
Yeah, maybe.
Or what does he need?
Probably. He probably needs an NIL agent for sure.
Yeah.
But I
Because
mean,
he probably needs someone that knows about grants, because what he does is much needed in this day and time.
Well, I mean, would that be a state thing? Would that be a university thing? Would that be a federal thing? I mean, I want to get him answers because I feel like if you're a biochemist, shit, and you won 3 awards for the university and you ain't getting no money, they slacking.
Yeah, well, I definitely would definitely ask some questions of the university and see what can be can be done in this instance. But I don't know if they'll get the right answers. That's my only concern.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I'd like to know like what the awards were for. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he didn't go into details about that. He just said that his son won 3. He's a biochemist and he's won 3 awards. I guess they do those little contests where they send the smartest kids to different universities or whatever, and they have this little contest, see
Right.
who's the smartest or whatever. And they won 3 times, and he has yet to receive any money from the university.
Hmm.
If nothing else, I would look into what I would suggest to them. Look into a apprenticeship, because someone like that, these corporations are looking for someone who's
These
been
nuclear
proven.
plants. If you got
Yeah,
biochemistry, you got a nuclear plant somewhere. There
yeah.
you go.
Our sponsorship, something where he gets awarded because he's had shown that he has the ability.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he can make a lot of money for the rest of his life. If sounds
Yeah.
smart as he is, shit, people, you know what I mean? He's gonna be engineering some safe vaccines and some
Yeah.
stuff that could really, like help. You know what I mean? Like,
No, man, that's I mean, to me, that's more impressive. I mean, that you are very, very smart to be a biochemist and you winning awards. That's a next level. That's a man. Look, you're gonna make more money than anybody in the NFL. You're gonna make that long time money.
long run for
That's
sure.
that long. That's that long time money to where you're gonna be there for shit 10, 15, 20, 30 years.
And
Easy.
depending on what area he works, he might be
What was the
somebody's.
cat?
He
So
might
what?
have the knowledge of being able to set some of these cures.
So what, Big
What
Mike?
was the cat? So I was looking at Kimberly K's thing. What was the
Oh,
cat? That was a shit. Smart was a smart role. That was like a surgeon or like a brain surgeon, or he did something like that. Like he stopped playing football. It just became like a full-time surgeon.
yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
Marin Rowe, Florida
Yeah.
State.
Yeah,
Okay.
Florida State. Yep. Yeah, you can get him in contact
That's
with him.
right. He did quit football to go to an
Yep.
Ivy League school
Yeah.
overseas. He went to
Because
was it
he's
in
a doctor
France?
now.
He was in
He's
Yeah.
a
it
doctor
was in
now.
France.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Yeah,
FSU.
yeah,
Yeah.
TP, but I'm just saying it ain't got to be TV money. It ain't got to be TV money. I mean, I'm pretty sure through the university program or through the university TV station, that shit is televised through the university because they would like to see their students doing that competition. I would think.
It's a great question though, and
Hey, it caught me off guard. I was like, shit. I
yeah,
mean,
that's an
I've
excellent
never.
question. I would recommend a lot of these parents need to understand how maybe start getting a little more informed on how this L is going, so you're prepared when it's your time to come up with
They
your
could care
kid.
less, Bishop. They could care less. You know what? Damn you for saying that. Hold on. Yeah, that was one of the questions that was asked of us was about NIL. I'm trying to find it. It was about NIL.
I got you.
Okay, here it is. Here it is. Hey, Coach Ricks, this is Donovan Carter from Pageland, South Carolina. I saw your podcast last night, and I must say, man, I was really impressed how you guys really answered some of these tough questions that a lot of us would like to know being a parent with kids that are going through NIL. I can only imagine how stressful it can be. What would you have to tell parents, or what would you tell parents what to expect going into an NIL contract discussion? Big Mike,
Yeah,
that's on
Big
you.
Dog, you want to start us off?
I mean, I guess the what I would say is you can make it as easy as you want or as difficult as you want.
Hey,
Um, in like be realistic, right? Like be realistic on performance, of said student athlete and what the market value is, right?
okay.
And it's not hard to figure out what a market value is. It's a simple Google search, and you can see other players are making. And that's what's different than it was a few years ago, right? Because a few years ago, it was taboo to talk about how much these
Yes.
kids in college were making. Now, shit, it's
Yes.
just Google search. The
Yep.
information is right there. So you can do your own research. And you know, it's you got to be realistic, man. And I will say this, like, I don't know how I'm going to think about how I'm trying to word this.
Take your time, man. Take your time.
It's as easy as difficult as you want to make it, right? And but like, don't sell yourself short. And nobody likes a pain in the ass, right? Nobody likes a person that is continually asking for more money, right?
True.
And nobody likes to be strong armed. We can
True.
see evidence of that and how
Yes.
that, and nobody likes to, nobody likes to be strong armed. And
The-
just be realistic and be, you don't have to be cutthroat. You don't have to be, you don't have to be that type of way with the situation. Like you can, let me tell you, man, the two NIL contracts that I've been involved with was each one was probably less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Gonna be 100% honest with you.
Yeah.
Probably less than 5 minutes.
And if I could piggyback off of Big Dog, also do a portfolio. When I say a portfolio, have 3 to 5 that you're looking into and that you have done enough research that it creates enough for your children. Because understand there's national NIL where it's on the national scene where there's big companies that they're not going in the way, and then there's mother and papa's ones, like the local ones. So just have a mixture of both, so that way your child is taken care of no matter what's going on the NCAA front. You have did what you needed for your child.
I think ours was 15 minutes, and the only reason why that's that long, they ran out of paper. Because I mean,
Yeah.
our question, or Lisa's question was,
Yeah,
what offer did you want to make? Where I mean, what is your ground and what is your ceiling? And
right,
Yeah.
and we'll work in between there, because I've already told her you're not going to go in there making the most money. Be prepared for
Mhm.
that. I just want you to get something that's fair. I don't care about you being the highest paid player on the team. That's the last thing in my goddamn mind. I
right.
just want you to be able to where I ain't got to send you money every damn week because you living out of your damn means. I just
Yeah.
want you to be able to do school, be comfortable, and not bother me. Honestly, not gonna lie to you. Don't bother me about what you need because you want steak instead of you wanting beanie weenies or hot dogs. I don't want to hear that shit. But
Mhm.
it was real simple, yes or no questions. It was nothing crazy, and we was in and out.
And
But it was
here's another thing I'll add, right? Like, if you want to get paid more and you want to bump in your NIL,
have
guess
guidelines
where it
already
starts?
set.
Guess where it starts? It starts by showing up every day.
Yep,
It shows up
Facts.
by not being a headache.
yep,
You know what I mean? Coming to work, keeping your head down and working, performing in between the lines, and making
yep,
plays. You know what I mean? Like, you you just really can't expect more money if you ain't performing, right? And
yep.
that was my whole thing with the Nico thing. I feel like they got a little disillusioned on what he should have been making based off his performance in the overall landscape, right? Because that team, that Tennessee team probably went to the college football playoff based on their top five defense and their running back, right?
Yep.
And I don't, I
Facts.
don't, I don't think it's a stretch to say that Nico wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the reason why they went to the college football playoffs. There's a middle ground somewhere, and they try to play the system, and it looks like he's going to end up losing some money. But like, just don't. If you want to make some money, man, do it in between the field, man. Like, do it in between the lines and ball out, and then they can't really say shit. To be honest with you, like, if you want to, Play with what you're worth, man. Play for your money and go out there and ball.
Yeah, facts.
You can't let the last thing that people see is you getting your ass stomped and then you ask for a raise. You can't let that be the last thing that they see.
No, Benji, I wasn't comparing Nico and David Stone. Two different situations. All I'm saying is I'm trying to give people a perspective about where you're at in an honest self-assessment of the level of play you are and where you fit in that pay scale of other people similar at your position, right? Like if you're, let's say you're a all SEC linebacker, right? And this all SEC linebacker is making this much money. You need to come in right here. Don't come in way up here. You know what I mean? If that's what the best guy's making, and you're one of the best guys too, be right here. Don't be way up here. Don't be down here either. Like, don't give them a discount, but be realistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Facts. And maybe hopefully as a university, we running into this, we'll be better prepared going forward, because the last thing we want is anybody else to run into the same thing.
What do you mean? What I say? Damn, Coach Ricks. Nico didn't get stomped by himself. No, I'm just saying. When you okay, let's make it make sense. If Oklahoma don't do good this year offensively, whose fault is it? Who they gonna blame? Let's be realistic. Who they gonna blame? John Mateer. He wasn't who he thought he was. He just came in here. So Nico is a face. Nico was a face of Tennessee. Even though that defense was nasty as hell, Nico still got pretty much all the praise. So it's going to always be on the quarterback. If the offense is stagnant, if something don't happen, you only score 17 points, it's always going to be on the quarterback. He didn't read progressions. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. He made too many mistakes. It's going to always be on the quarterback. So that's why Nico took most of the blame. I'm just saying the way he played that game as well. If you go back and watch that game, it wasn't the same Nico that we were used to seeing. They showed him some different looks and got after his ass, so he made a few more mistakes. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying the last thing that people got on their mind is they got whooped 42-17. You can't take that loss and then go in and ask for a $1.6 million raise. You can't do that. So it's just the way it is. The quarterback is going to always be the person that gets blamed. Always. So that's what I mean.
I don't know, man. Like, kind of make a joke of the situation. Like, I blame Miami, right? I blame Miami for all of this because they paid, in my opinion, they paid Carson Beck way too much money. And that's
they paid him just to get him there.
Yeah,
that's all it was. That's all it was.
He ain't worth it in my he was and coming off an injury, coming off a elbow injury, a ligament tear. I don't know. I get it, man.
That's all I was saying. That's all I was saying. The quarterback will always be blamed. So I wasn't trying to say that he played all 11 positions. It's still a team sport. I'm just saying 42-17, and he looked not like the original or he didn't look like Nico. Let's just put it to you like that. But then you have the nerve to come next year and ask for a raise. I would have said, you know what? I'm gonna come back next year, prove that was a fluke. Once I do better, then I'm gonna ask for a raise. But I gotta make it make sense. You can't call out of work 6 days straight and then go to your boss and say, "Hey, I need a 2-week vacation." They gonna look at your ass.
Get it done, come get mine done.
They gonna look at your ass like, "What? You just missed 6 days." But I'm just saying. I mean, hold on. Okay. Plus, coach, it was reported that he wouldn't show up to do appearances that was in his contract. He would always call his dad, and his dad would curse out the people. And Nico, look, that's okay. I'm glad you say that. Now, Mike, I'm gonna ask you this.
Contract. There's deliverables that you have to do.
I'm gonna ask you this, Mike, after I answer this. No, I'm gonna ask you first. If your son got a problem, is he gonna call you to fix it, or is he gonna try to fix it?
Well, it depends. It depends on the level of the problem.
Exactly. What if
But
it's
so
playing
like
time?
if it's so here's one thing that I'll tell you. If it's a situation like this where he's got some contract shit and he's calling me, ask me if I have, like, I don't want to do it, I'm gonna tell him stop fucking calling me because you signed the contract. So what are we talking about? There's shit you gotta do. What the fuck are we talking about? You know what I mean? There's shit like that. Like, but he
I
probably won't
mean,
call me because he knows what I'm gonna say.
okay, if he calls it dad, I'm not playing enough. Um, you know, I can't get on the field. I want to go somewhere else. If I'm gonna be like, tough that shit up, work harder. Now, if you work harder, and if I come in and see that you're not busting your ass, I'm gonna call bullshit.
Yeah.
If I come there and you busting your ass and you're doing everything, and they still don't, we can have a conversation,
Like,
but you ain't
so
gonna just jump ship.
here's what I would have to say to that. Like, I need to see the grade sheets, right?
Thank you.
I need to see the practice reports. I need to see how you're grading out. Like, because it's all about practice at that point, right? If you
Yep.
ain't playing in the game, it's all about practice and how you're
Practice and
practicing.
productivity.
Yep. And if the coaches don't have faith on you that you know what you're doing and you're going to play with technique and have your eyes in the right spot or disguising coverage or giving up the coverage, right?
Yeah.
You're probably not playing, man. And like for me, I was a D lineman. If your first step is not correct, you're beat. You're going to get reached. You're going to get cut off. You're going to be in the wrong gap. And guess what? That ball carrier is going to find it.
Yep.
And so if coach knows that you can't, if your first step ain't right and you ain't in the right gap and you don't know assignment, you don't stand a chance, homie. And that's just the way it is, bro. And so if he's coming to me with that, like I'm not playing, or like I got to see it, man. And that's a whole nother discussion. But I mean, like,
I know I'm like you, baby shit. Don't call me.
Yeah.
Don't call me because your nutrition coach says you can't eat something and you want to eat it. That's some stupid ass shit.
Yeah.
Dude, what? Or you had a tutoring class and you missed it. Now they're gonna set your ass next 2 games because you missed an assignment that you're supposed to make. I agree with that.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna have to do. Look, going to school and college, it's just like going to work. There's shit that we got to do every single day at work. And if I go in there and say I ain't doing it, guess what? I ain't got a job.
Yeah.
So I try to make it make sense. No, I just wanted to ask you that because I tell Alicia and Jasmine, try to handle shit on your own. Now, if it's shit that is big shit or something, call me. I'm on the way.
Yeah.
But something that like that they told me that they're gonna play me at left field now instead of pitcher. What the fuck call me for? What am I gonna say? You know, it's the team they played.
Yeah.
They have big hitters.
See, like you got daughters though, right? So they gotta express that. You know, they gotta call
yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
You're right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just gotta let them get it off your chest, right? You know what I'm saying? But like
you're right.
probably ain't calling me on that.
You can't be talking to your girls like that, man. Fuck that, man. They it up.
Cowboys, speak on this. What do you mean? Is there something we're missing, or are you just making a statement?
No. There was a meeting last night, man. Like I said, I don't know if anything came out of it. There's been reports all day.
Sooner Cowboys say David Stone is staying home.
That the meeting went good. Just got reported. Stone is not hitting the portal. Well, it was just announced.
There we go. See, that's what's up, man. Breaking news on the Coach Riggs podcast. That's good, man.
All we were saying is what we were saying. Stop jumping to damn conclusions. If Mike's my coach and Bishop's my defensive line coach, and I love these guys and I don't want to go nowhere, I'm going to do whatever it takes to stay there. Now, if they can't, now, and I trust them if they say, hey, look, David, we want you to stay. We just can't get it done. I understand. Okay, what can you guys do? Because I really want to be here. What can you do? Yeah. And that's the kind of conversations that were made. They love this kid. They don't want this kid going nowhere. And I'm pretty sure that that's how it went down. Okay, what can you do? What can we do to keep you? That's me if I'm a coach. If I want you real bad, what can we do to keep you? What's the
And
dollar amount?
that's exactly what I was saying when we had our pod yesterday. Is that understand is whatever is stipulated to right the situation, David, any Team 131, if you're in that situation, you got to own up in whatever the criteria they set, own up to it and exceed it. Because understand, they made sure you were in the one of the nucleus and they see you as nucleus. Now prove them right.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, no, man, he's like the future is bright for him, man. Like he's got a serious upside, and I'd hate for him to go somewhere and be unhappy and not see the field. And I mean, I like listen, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I think Coach Bates is probably the best defensive line coach in the nation.
I think he is, man.
I've been around, I've watched him, I've talked to him a lot, and I've been to practices, and that's just my opinion, man. And you can argue with your mom about it because I ain't finna do it. Because I'm telling you right now, Bates is that guy, and he is probably the best defensive line coach in the nation, man. And that's all I can say, man. Like I feel like people just sleep on our defensive staff, man. Like just it's crazy, dude. Like that practice I went to before the spring game, man, I was just sitting there and I'm like former D coordinator, another former D coordinator, D coordinator, another D coordinator. And it's just like, and they're position coaches right now. And, we got dudes, man. So, hey, man, it's all good, man. Everything's up. I'm happy Stoney's staying.
Yep. It just came across my Twitter account. It just came across.
Yeah. And let me to the team 131 and to everybody, Sooner Nation fans as well. This is why we need to make sure that we dot our I's and cross our T's. Understanding maybe this was met with so that we can understand it doesn't happen, because what's coming down with the collective, we got to have stuff in order. Because remember, we still got to make this year, because BV's job is on the line. And understand, believe it or not, there's no more excuses.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Tennessee just got hit with Tennessee's in trouble again, man. God damn, Tennessee. Got accused of tampering with BYU's quarterback.
I love it.
Damn.
Put that on the things that you love to see.
You sit there crying, talk about you did, and then you gonna do this shit. Man, it's making Josh look real bad, man. Making Josh look real bad.
Thank you, Jesus. Oof.
But yeah, David Stone, he is staying. David Stone set to remove himself from the transfer portal.
Hey, hey man, shout out Travis Davidson, man. He on Good Friday when this happened, he compared it to 3 days later, and he rose. And what if Stone jumps out of the portal and stays home? Like he called it first, man. Shout out Travis Davidson.
Yeah, and big salute to all that were involved to make sure this didn't go any further, and that everything is copacetic to bring a family into the fold. And whatever the stipulation, we're 100% behind you. We're pulling on the same rope.
One. 918. I appreciate that, man. Another great show, guys. I don't miss one, even if I don't. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Look, I'm back now. That legal shit's done. I'm gonna try to do something at least every other day or every day, man. Because like I said, we got 400 emails that we got to get ready.
Yeah, we will.
And it's crazy, Big Mike, man. Yep. Shit, that's a lot of damn emails, man, to try to read. But I want people to know, man, that I appreciate them writing in, man, because you ain't got to write in, but some of these damn questions, man, it really touched your heart, man, about some of these players and everything, man. That parents would be taking their money from them and they don't know what to do, and the kid had to call the police on his mom because she changed his account number and put her account number on, so the money was going to her account. Yeah, I was like, oh shit, we got some scandalous out here. But I'm saying your child, you do your child that way. That's crazy, man. That's next level. That's next level scandalous right there, man, to where you are depriving your child of the money that he or she earned. So
absolutely ridiculous.
Well, I'll say this, hey, for it being he is risen indeed, this is a beautiful day.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm happy now. Well, look, I was always optimistic, man. I just couldn't see the kid leaving the way it went down, or it perceived it went down. I've seen everything, all the videos, man, of how he did Texas and how he didn't want nobody going to Texas, how he got Jaden to come here, how he wore everything Oklahoma, where he would always get the horns down in high school. This kid loves Oklahoma. I just think there was a misunderstanding. It got rectified. Let's move on.
Fire test approved.
All right. I'm gonna read these last two emails, man. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. The wife wants me to go to run the store. She's kind of under the weather, so I gotta go get some medicine for her. But
we could do another day. Go ahead and take care of it.
I just got three. I want to get them out the way because the more I put this shit off, man, the more we got coming in, and I it's gonna be a long day, man. But Big Mike, man, whenever you want to jump in on some of these, man,
bro, listen,
big
man.
Salute, man. Thanks for coming in, bro.
I'm trying to dude, so baseball season's kicked off, right? So
I know
my evenings, my weekends and evenings I'm out there in these woods trying to get it done on the turkey tip. Trying to kill me a turkey. I've been on a drought, you know what I'm saying, the last couple years.
So you are a hunter.
Oh yeah, man.
We a hunter, man. That's all I do is hunt.
Oh, both of you. Oh,
that's all I do.
My only goal right now is to get my youngest son his first bird. And
now, what you using? Compound crossbow, muzzleloader, what?
So we're now into shotgun season. So your boy out there in the woods with his 12 gauge.
Okay.
So yeah, we did have bow earlier in the year, but I passed on a Jake or two.
Ooh.
But yeah, I'm trying to lay the smack down on a big old bird. So
that'll work.
Man,
that'll work.
We were hunting back home in Oklahoma, man. He was right outside of Stigler. We were hunting on a buddy of mine property. Mm-hmm. And man, a 12-pointer, 180-pound walked by, whitetail. Man, I almost fainted because when I saw the center mass, man, and I was like, oh my goodness, just turn sideways. Damn thing didn't want to turn sideways, man. So I figured I'm just gonna try to just wait it out. That son of a bitch, man, sat there, man, for a good 20 minutes, man, and then just turned around and took off running. I should have just shot him in the face.
You cannot convince me that a white-tailed deer does not have a sixth sense.
Like, they know. They know.
Otherwise, homie. Like I've seen stuff in a wood, and I was still. The wind was right. There's no way. And
they'll backtrack.
Dude just knew something was up, man.
No, they know, man. Because I had my hand, I had the compound there, man. I had it pulled back, and I was like, "Just come on, just turn." And some bitch would not turn, man. I just got so mad, man. So I said, I should just shot him in the damn face. But it would have went all through the body and everything, man. Killed him.
You always got the unethical Texas heart shot, so you always got that at your disposal.
And maybe one of the times we'll do y'all deal with hunting.
What's that?
One of the podcasts can be about hunting.
Yeah, man.
We can do that. Dude, hey, man, look, we go to Colorado sometime, man. We do buffalo hunting and everything, man. We go there. We do elk hunting. Yes.
Yeah, my uncle, that's where he was. He's a big hunter. He went to Alaska to bear hunt. So,
I got a buddy of mine. He has like 500 acres of land in Colorado Springs and everything, man. So when we go, but it'd be too cold though, man. I like cold, but I don't like too much cold, man. That's too cold, man. And I hate to say it, I'm gonna say it. Black people do not like cold. I'm just gonna keep it real, man. I can do it, but not for. Hey, man, Hey, Eric was out there at 3 in the morning. Dude, it was like 8 degrees. I was like, Eric, dude.
Yeah.
He was like,
Hey man, I gotta give my so we just had my youngest turn 11 yesterday, and I gotta give him some props, man. It's unusually cold here in Kansas,
uh,
and it's been cold in a couple mornings, and he got up early, man, and we put on the clothes and we went out there, and he's thugging it out, man. So we gotta keep birds are down. They've been down here around here for the last couple of years. So we're starting to find them, and we're every day we're getting closer. We put a stalk on a crew the other day, but I don't know where they went, man. They disappeared on our punk asses. So
we had before my dad passed, man, we used to go to a place, Fort God, right there in Fort Smith. No, in Little Rock, Fort Campbell. No, it ain't Fort Campbell. It was Fort.
Shoot, I used to hunt all around. I used to hunt Fort Campbell, boy, back in the day.
Well, we used to go to Fort Chaffee. Fort Chaffee is in Fort Smith, Arkansas. We used to go to Fort Chaffee and hunt outside there, back in the backside of Lavaca. Those who live in Arkansas, they know where Lavaca is. Anyway, my buddy of my dad's had some land there, about 500, 400 acres, whatever. He let us go hunt there. Well, my dad would always walk me to the damn trail up to my deer stand. Got to the deer stand, time my 30-yard six and everything to the rope, pulling on up, tog it off. Wife was all the way up there. I go climbing up. I'm up there. I'm good. My dad goes about another mile to his deer stand. All I hear is pow, 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 pow. I said, what the fuck? That wasn't his 30-yard six. It was his handgun. Pow, 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 pow. So we at the radio. I said, hey, you get something? You get something? He said, man, damn bear almost got me.
Yeah, man.
He had tied his 30-yard six up to the rope, hung it up there, man. He was getting ready to climb up the damn ladder, and the black bear charged him. If he didn't have his sidearm, Dad might have been gone a little bit sooner, but that damn, he was pow, 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 pow. Shot the ball in the
So let me touch on something, man. Remember everything I said about my son don't need to buy me shit if he ever strikes it big in a payday?
Yeah.
I take that back. All right.
What you want?
For one excuse only. If you want to buy a couple 100 acres for your boy, come on with it. I'll take that. I will accept that.
Hey, well, we got to get together, man, because I got a buddy of mine, man. He got some land right outside of Greenwood, Arkansas. And we go hunting there every so often. I took some guys there a few years ago, man, and he has a actual hunting lodge. 19 people. It's like a 4,000 square foot building, 2 men to a room, 19-inch TV, continent. It's just to go hunting. Well, we went there, man, and he has whoever kills the biggest. You get 1 doe per day in this zone. You get 1 doe per day. So I was like, oh shit. So it's $500, but you're guaranteed 2 does. If you go on a Friday, you can kill one Friday. You can kill a doe Saturday. When you go home Sunday, they have a guy there on the premises that will process your meats, give you steaks, give you tenderloins, give you whatever you want. So when you go home, you got an ice chest of your deer. I want to go back there again, man, because I had so much fun there, man. So much fun there, man. Yeah. But I ain't been hunting in a while, man. I ain't been hunting in almost 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, we had my son's birthday party out at the lake up here. And the last hour of his party, we had a fishing contest, right? So him and all his buddies, a couple dads got in on it. So I had 2 prizes, one for the biggest fish and one for the most fish caught, right? And they had to take a selfie with it to prove that they caught the fish, right? Because you don't know how fishing is, man. People be lying.
Oh yeah.
One prize was a set of polarized glasses, and then the second one was a cast net, right? And man, none of them jokers caught a fish, bro. It was an hour and some change fishing, man. So we had to settle it with a couple games of knockout. yeah, man, we try to have a little fishing tournament. Nobody
Hey
caught a
man, we
fish.
can do that. Hey, yeah, Mike, we're gonna jump on one day and do that, man. I would love to do a hunting podcast, man,
Yeah.
because that's my heart right there, man. Hunting, squirrel hunting, man, rabbit hunting, man, duck hunting, man.
And I got
Hey,
the stories of,
Hey,
when
you
he
know who
going
else? You need to get Big Dan on here. Big Cuz be out in
I
them
know he
streets.
hunts.
I just
Anybody in
gonna
the
say,
South, I know he hunts.
Yeah, Big Cuz be out in the woods for sure.
But see, I've moved to the East Coast, so it's harder for me. I got to fly back home in order to go hunting, and it's kind of hard, man, because the job. I don't want to just go for a weekend. I want to go for a damn week or two, to where
Listen,
I'm
man.
out there.
Hey, that big city shit, y'all can have it. Right?
hey,
Your boy,
Man,
hey,
look, ain't no deer
listen.
around here, man.
hey,
Ain't
Junction
no
City,
deer.
Kansas.
If I want to go fishing, I'm 5 to 10 minutes from my boat in the water. Right? If I want to go hunt, another 5 to 10 minutes from where I can hunt. Like,
No,
I
now
go right down the street.
now
You know
if
what
we
I'm
go fishing, we go deep sea fishing. We go to Midwest City and everything, man, off the banks and everything, man, of Boston. We'll fly all the way down there. We got a guy there that has a boat that takes guys out deep sea fishing and everything, man. And we go out there, man, and we have a ball. But I think we do more drinking than anything.
Oh, of course.
We
Of course.
we do more we do more drinking than anything. And the guy is smart. He'll have so much alcohol on the boat that we hardly don't care about fishing. We're just out there just drinking, and that time just running. So when we time for us to fish, he's like, "Oh, well, time to go back in." Ain't this a damn shame, man? We've been out here for 3 hours, ain't done nothing but drink.
Yeah.
But it's a good time, man. 'Cause it's like 6 of us, man. But no, man, we can definitely do a podcast, man, about hunting, man. That's
Yeah,
a first
no
love
doubt.
right there.
No
I
doubt.
can
See,
definitely do that.
hey, I got ideas.
Hey, it just got reported. RJ just dropped it. Oklahoma defensive tackle David Stone withdraws from the transfer portal.
There we go. We're done.
Yeah, he's already on it. He's reporting it right now. RJ.
Okay.
So.
Well, then let's stick a fork in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Hey man, Big Mike, I appreciate you coming on, man. I'm gonna start sending you some more links, man, to jump on, man. I know you're busy, man, but whenever you want to jump on, man, you're always more than welcome. Always more than welcome, and everything, man. So jump on here anytime. Bishop?
Yeah, I'm right here.
You muted. I think you muted, Mike. I think you muted. Did you?
You mute?
You muted.
You muted.
We can't hear you.
Okay.
Okay. Well, hey, jump in anytime, man. You're more than welcome and everything, man. You're always family on our end and everything, man. So until then, David Stone is staying home, like the big dog he said. Until then, man, Boomer Sooner, man. You guys have a wonderful weekend, man. Bishop, man. I'll see you Thursday, big dog.
Absolute. Hey,
right.
Welcome back, family. It's time to go to work.
Let's go to work. Let's go to work. Big dog out. Let's go.
Money, homie making good, my money need a loan. I'm just getting money, I'm just getting money. Homie making good, my money need a loan. I'm just getting money, I'm just getting money. Homie making good, my money need